Hey everybody, it's Paul Stevens here with iGo Sales and Marketing. I've got another SuiteCRM tutorial for you today. Um, a lot of questions I get when people first start using SuiteCRM, especially if they come from something like Salesforce, is searching for leads and contacts and accounts throughout the database. There's various ways to search for these things in SuiteCRM, and some are better than others. But if you have a sort of plan of attack of how you are going to search and what you want to search for, it's really easy. There's lots of tools. So today I'm going to take you through some of them, different ways of searching for things. So the first one that people generally go for is the search up at the top. And then they, type in something like person's name. So Kirsten. Okay, I'm going to hit enter, and it shows one contact here for Kirsten. Now that worked relatively well, but this is a test installation. And if you have numerous Kirstens, and you have maybe the name Kirsten entered in various emails and that kind of thing, you're going to get like 2,000 results here. So this is not always the best place to look for something, but if you are looking for any time Kirsten is mentioned, or let's say the name of a company, I've got one here in the test installation. So Hammer Group. Oops. Okay. I see now that for Hammer Group, which is the name of the account, I have, of course, the account. I've got a lead, another lead, and I've got an opportunity for Hammer Group. So again, if that's what you're trying to do, this is a good way to look for stuff. But sometimes this is too much information. Okay, so if you are just happen to be looking for the account for Hammer Group, I would suggest you go to your list of accounts and use the filter. It makes it much easier. The other thing other people don't realize all the time is there's also this basic search here. So, and the difference between the two is that this search is what's called an index search. Okay, so it's kind of like Google in a sense, where it goes through your entire database and it indexes all the words in the documents, and also the names of the documents. And you'll see it sort of ranks them and gives them a score based on how closely it relates to your search. So, you may get things that are extraneous. You may get too much information when you use that search. But if that's not working for you, you can also try the basic search. So if you click on the basic search, so what this is going to do is it's going to look for Hammer, like in terms of like account names, if that's what you're looking for. So it's going to list for accounts. It found one. In calls, it didn't find any. In cases, it found a case. So here it found a case having trouble with new items. It found 9 contacts in the Hammer Group, and didn't find any documents. It found 2 leads, and it found an opportunity for the Hammer Group. So you can see you might find things here that didn't come up necessarily in the index search, because again, it's an index. It's not searching through each one of these records kinds of things. The other thing that you might want to understand is that if you are doing the index search or something, if you have a fairly large database, tens of thousands of records and call reports and contacts and leads, like, keep in mind you're searching the entire database every time you search for something. Okay, so if in fact you are just looking for the account for Hammer Group, this sort of global search might not be the best way for you to do it. If I'm looking for an account, what I would do is I would go to accounts and I would use the filter. Now this is another thing that people generally have a tough time with, because they're used to just typing it in a field and then it works. But the filter search is really cool in SuiteCRM if you know how to use it. Not only that, but you can customize it however you want to use it. So I'm gonna click on the filter here, and you'll see I get a bunch of different options. If you're the system admin, or you can ask your system admin, any field that's available in SuiteCRM, you can ask them to add it to this search filter. So, you know, if I'm looking for an example, I'm looking for the account name, Hammer. Oops. I can just search. And there it is. That's the easiest way if you're looking for an account named Hammer. Okay. The other thing you might notice is if you like go away, you know, and come back to accounts, you might go, okay, I'm going to go away, I'm going to go back. And then you look and go, well, where happened to all my accounts? There's just one here. Look at this little thing here. Understand that there's a filter in place already. So if you want to get rid of the filter that you entered, just click the little X there, and that will get rid of it. And then you'll get your full listing back again. So that search is very helpful. You can not only search on the name, maybe you know the person's phone number, and like sometimes I will get like a call on my cell phone or something from a phone number, and I would go, who is that? Is it one of my clients? You can just look up the phone number by email address, city. Like let's say you want to know. Now I don't know where. Let me look on my other screen here, where I'll try and find an account that has a city here. So okay, San Francisco. Okay, so did I spell that right? San Francisco. Yes. Okay. So you can do a search for, you know, all the accounts in San Francisco if you want. I don't know. Maybe you're going there for a trade show. That's another great way to use the filter. So you can do pretty much anything you want as long as the field is in there. You can do a search. So the other thing you can do is you can do you know, saved filters. Okay, so let's say for example let's see if there's anything in chemicals here. Okay, there's one account in chemicals, so I'm going to just go back to that filter here. It's still selected chemicals, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go yeah, I mean, you might have hundreds of things in the chemical industry. Again, this is just a test database, but I could just go chemical accounts. Okay, now I just save that filter. Okay, and so what happens at that point is I'm going to just get rid of this and go to all my account view, and then so I now have a saved filter here. So see where it says my filter? I can just go chemical industry accounts. Okay, and boom, there it goes. Super easy. So once you've done it once, you can set up as many filters as you want. So let's say I want to choose one for let's see, construction. Okay, let me just do a quick search here, see if there is any for construction. Yes, there is. Okay, so same thing. I can you know, select construction. And by the way, if you want to select multiples, you just hold down the control key and you can, you know, select as many as you want. And I'll just call this one, say I'm the industry rep for construction, education, and electronics or something. I'll just say, you know, something like, you know, my industries. Okay, and then I'll save that. And you'll see under filters here, it tells me which one I'm looking at, but now I have two of them. And you could do, you know, a dozen of these if you want, whatever makes sense for you. I mean, I frequently use it, for example, on leads. You know, I want to see, I'm going to close that here. You can see there's a sign, dead, new. So, you know, I might want to see just new leads because those are the ones I need to follow up on right away. So I'll do a filter for, let's say, new leads. Oops. And I want to sort it by, let's say, date created, and I think descending. I want to get the newest ones first. Let's see if that works for what I want to try and do here. They're all the same date, so it doesn't matter. So okay, so I'm just gonna save that filter now as new leads. Okay, so in this case now I have my own personal filter to look at my new leads. And then, you know, maybe my sales manager wants to know, you know, how many leads did you convert, you know, this month or something like that. Well, what I can do is same thing. I can do a filter and I can go converted, and I can sort it by date created, and I can say converted leads. Okay, and I'm just going to save that, and there we go. So I now have two filters. I have converted leads and new leads. So that's just a really simple way to organize your views. The other thing people often say is while I'm at it here, that, you know, oh, I want to see a different field here. You know, well, it's super easy to do. It's all customized. You just click on the column chooser here, and it'll show you which fields are displayed and in what order, and also the ones that are available to be displayed. Again, you can have any fields here you want. Your installation, you should talk to your administrator, because he or she can select which one of these are available for you to use. So if it's not there, you can get them to add it. But once it's there, you can say, like, maybe, for example, lead source is important. So all you need to do is just drag and drop it up here. Okay. And then, so name, status, let's say I don't, well, I'll keep the user. So the other thing I can do is maybe, you know, if I want to reorganize them, maybe I want the phone right beside the name. I just drag and drop it up, and then save changes. And there we go. So I have now the phone number next to the name. I have the status. I have the lead source all there. And it's really simple to customize all these things. You can do the same. It doesn't matter if it's leads or accounts. You can see you have the same filters, or if it's opportunities, same thing. You can organize these however you want. Just by using the filters and the columns to get it to display, you know, whichever way you want it to display. So that's a quick rundown of the search features. Hopefully that gets you finding things in your SuiteCRM installation easier. Key things to keep in mind: one, the global search is good for, you know, if you going through the entire database looking for something, is great. And then keep also in mind that you have the advanced search and the global search. And then in each individual module, you have filters and columns that you can use. So those are some great ways to find stuff. Again, if you have any questions, you can type it below. Please, if you like the video, it really helps me get more views. Click to like the video down below. You can also click on, I think it's a bell these days in YouTube, to subscribe if you want to see when I release some more videos. And if you do need help at all, consultation, installing, or anything customizing SuiteCRM, I mean, that is what I do for a living. I will have my contact information below. Please click on that. I'm happy to help. You know, fill out a contact form online on my website, or send me an email. I'm happy to help. That's what I do. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And also, if you do have any other requests for future videos, you know, please put it in the comments. It helps me know what people like to see. All right.